in a nice view right now near a lake. I wanted to share a quick story real quick and talk about something. In 2017 I was in class at college at UNT, and out of the blue, like, a police officer comes in and he's like, yeah, I'm looking for Mr. Fuller or whatever, and they call my name. I was like, what's going on? And someone recommended me to some mental health human resources or whatever. And this was a couple months after I left my my mom living with her or whatever, and I started living with a friend. And the connections back then definitely weren't as broad and as confusing as it is now. So someone recommended me to that over some suicide, mental health, personality type stuff or whatever, when it really wasn't like that. You just had a couple situations go down. So I want to talk about something that's real important here, bro. And I'm just looking at it from my angle. I'm not, like I said before, I'm not a doctor, but unfortunately there's some situations that I understand and are a part of, in terms, if you want to use titles like targeted individual and stuff like that. So I'm gonna call this video targeted individuals versus DID disorder, and kind of just distinguish them, and my kind of perception on what I'm coming across here. And I might cooperate this invisible monster with it. So with that situation, I think that I was just a dude who was just trying to get his stuff done. You know what I mean? And we all make mistakes. If you're someone who's in this situation, everyone's made mistakes though. But some people's mistakes, and the way you choose to look at it, well, hey man, it might put you in a vulnerable situation. You might have people going out of their way to do stuff to you that you never really asked them to do. More so in a movie picture that they want. Let me put it that way. If you're someone who's got DID disorder, and I'm not gonna tell you, like, you would know better than me. All I can do is just kind of tell you like where I'm coming from and just my perspective. I can't, that's really it. If you're someone who has that, the reason I find it real interesting is because I understand myself as well. And I could have seen myself at some point, or a few situations here and there, thinking, well, do I have that? Do I have multiple personality disorder? Now, do I think I have that? No. Because if I had that, well, I would have went as deep as getting diagnosed for it. Because in order for you to say you've got DID disorder, you went out of your way to go get diagnosed. Now, that doesn't mean that someone could still have it, but they just didn't go out of the way to go get it taken care of. Now, this is what I think is going to distinguish a targeted individual from someone who's got DID disorder. And this whole computer, social media, pick and choose algorithm, shadow ban nonsense that they got going on, where you can see why a specific individual, and it has nothing to do about just being consistent on, oh, this is what I want to do. No, it's about what they want pushed and what they want to see, and the new program for the new upcoming citizens coming into our life based upon relationships. So with someone with DID disorder, I think, like, tell me if I'm wrong, like, your family trauma had to have played a role in it. And there's probably something you saw, something that you experienced that wasn't the best, man. So do I think DID disorder is real? Yeah, I think it's real. I can completely see where someone who has DID disorder is coming from. Do I think I have DID disorder though? No, I think that I am just aware of a lot of things I never knew I'd be aware of that much, and I don't know how to communicate it in the way I wish it would come out for the retrievers, those of you who are watching right now. So no, and astrology is what helped me in that aspect of not going as far as getting documents and papers signed for DID disorder. If you're someone who really has that, you should only be getting that because you have that. And you really wanna, because it's important, bro. It's important, like, you need support and just the right person, man. Like, I've said it before, bro, like, there's someone and some things and situations that you will really come across at like such a moment, and you'll be like, wow, I never thought someone like you existed. I never knew like this was real. Like, this is really real. And like, it'll be some stuff where like this is what I really wanted the whole time, and I never knew what I wanted until right now. And it sounds corny, but some people come across a situation like that where they never knew that was possible. Like, you never even knew something that wonderful existed, but it just happened right now at a time where baggage. So if you're someone who's got a TI, has got baggage. But it depends on the way that the TI looks at it, bro. Let me get real now, though. But let me get real and kind of the point I'm trying to make with this vid now. Instead of making it more feely and touchy, let me get more headstrong about it. A targeted individual is a tough person, man. Because you see what's going on though, and the only reason I get skeptical about psychological terms that are used to categorize people is because of what I see going on and happening, what I literally see in front of me, and what people tried to do. Not just with me, but just with all these other individuals. And I tell you what, the footage that I see is better than Hollywood. Where they're actually trying to put you in this traumatic, and it's illegal, bro. It's illegal spiritual watching, gang stalking, right? And with all the tactics they use, all the black ops, psychological warfare, and all this stuff they do to put people in certain states of mind at certain times to hope that things go down. Just so they have a reason to, and then that's where I'm coming from the TI perspective, and that's not a perspective. That's not even a perspective, bro. Because I'm not even trying to put myself in people's different perspectives, but this is just a video, bro, to help, just to kind of give my part a little understanding of where I'm coming from, bro. Where a TI and someone who's got DID disorder can completely understand each other, bro. There's some stuff that she told me that I didn't know, but it made sense, and there's some stuff that, I mean, voice squeaking. Multiple personality disorder. Because you could be someone who didn't get diagnosed for it, but you can still have different names for your different personalities and altars and, you know, I'm for real, yeah. I believe people are diagnosed, you know, but that's the problem. And this is where when I begin talking about shadow banning, man, and why it's so important, because we talk about the programming and stuff like that. So that's why it's such a big deal, because you have individuals who are actually shadow banned. Like what they're doing, you look at it and you're like, that's not possible. That's not real. Why isn't that like what is going on? Like you're shadow banned, man. You actually, because they don't want they don't want that being seen for the program. So that's why a lot of, yeah, I just don't want to talk much about that though. But I figured it was really important. If I let a lot of the targeting tactics get to me and my feelings before my surgery, dude, it would not have been good, bro. This is how I ended up in this situation. I was just going jaw surgery, bro. Which was it's a health situation. So you're, you know, just little stuff like that, and that's just not even like 1%, bro. It's little stuff like that, you know, that they'll use, because man, I tell you what, if I didn't get it figured out, it would have been very depressing, dude. It would have been real depressing, man. It would have been much more depressing vids, and then sooner or later I would have faded away or something. It would have been depressing, dude, if I didn't get this jaw stuff figured out. For those of you who didn't know, I got the surgery done a month ago. And the base of my channel back in 2019 started off with that, and then it triggered into a bunch of other stuff, bro. I wasn't really made for being on the internet, because I get a little too sporadic, and then it gets a little real, and then real becomes a little more real than it should have been, dude. You know what I mean? Because this is like, you never wanted to make stuff some like soap opera, but it's too real now, bro. When you come across the stuff, it's weird, bro. But let me try to end the vid, man. I think someone with DID disorder, they could have been through a bunch of relationships, maybe. Just a lot, man. Just a lot. I can't, like I said before, I can't speak for some people, because I think it's really broad. It's really broad too. Because it's just about spacing, dude. You know? I'm trying to talk in this video as human as I can. Because once you get into targeted individual and DID disorder, well, first of all, you got people who don't, like, they think it's a joke. They don't take it seriously because of what's being like shown on the forefront. So what do I mean by that? Whatever's being shown on the forefront is just the definitions and the dictionary textbook and the stuff where they're acting like they're trying to make a change for it. That's the forefront. And then you got like the underground, and that's the real stuff where you're shadow banned and you're being purposely hidden. And you don't come across certain individuals who, you know, at first you might be skeptical and you might think, well, you know, but then I wasn't in the algorithm to talk about this type of stuff in the beginning, so I don't know, man. DID personality disorder. it's good. It's real. It's real, you know. But people being targeted psychologically for wear and tear to put them into category boxes, that's real too. So I'm just saying too, you know, you'll have some people who play the victim who are in that situation, and then you'll have people who are in that situation for legit reasons, bro. And just like any other person who doesn't learn from their mistakes, man, you know, I don't know, that's it for now. I've been talking quite a bit.